so surprised that nobody has talked about this Nick Fuentes video because he is going in on DC, MAGA, and everybody else. He is saying that the Groypers are going to take over in 2028. Y'all, this is crazy. He has officially declared war on the whole MAGA movement. Let's get into this video, but first, like and subscribe to the channel, and let's get to it, y'all. So spoiler alert, hopefully you guys had noticed yesterday there was a blue wave. Yes, the Democrats completely destroyed the Republicans. Like if you look at all the races, like the margins were pretty large. And I want to also say shout out to the new mayor in Detroit, the new mayor in Albany, New York. There's actually 4 mayor races besides Zoran Mandani. Shout out to Mandani, by the way. Also, shout out to Abigail Spanberger. Shout out to Mickey, the governor in New Jersey. Also, the attorney general. Like, there's so many different elections going on, and Democrats completely destroyed the Republicans. So, you know, a lot of them are talking about MAGA and Republicans. They're going through this whole thing about, oh, yeah, we need to start working on affordability. And, you know, they're trying to switch up and change. I think it's too late. And Nick Fuentes, he gives this stark warning to MAGA. Let's go ahead and get into it, y'all.
These DC creatures, these consultants, these think tank nerds, these fucking dorks and losers, these out-of-touch theater kids and student council presidents, these fucking punks, they are miserable. There's a sense of dread. It has captured them. Because they know that MAGA is dead. It's dead. It has failed. It is a disappointment. The mass deportations, they're not happening. America First foreign policy, they forgot all about it. Approval ratings in the toilet. Epstein files covered up. Blue wave just happened. But the Groypers are jubilant. The Groypers are triumphant because the Groypers are winning. We're the only ones having fun. All these MAGA people, all these heritage Americans, all these people saying, hey, patriot, are you trusting the plan? These people have been humiliated ritualistically by this administration. All that exuberance from the Cruel Kids table cover, all the exuberance from the election crashed on the rocks, on the shore of reality, which is that your guy is owned by Israel, but we are winning. We are ascendant. The energy is with us. We're having fun. Now we're always smiling. Now we're the ones laughing. Now we have the energy. And they're upset because they know that. To add insult to injury, these guys like Patrick Casey, they're left making excuses. Hey, guys, don't be anti-Israel. They're getting motherfucking destroyed in the replies. It's over for them. You had your chance. You had your chance. We tried it your way. It didn't work. Now we're going to try it our way. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to infiltrate the institutions. We're going to keep spreading the message, and we're going to double down. No, Tucker, I disagree with you, respectfully. Appreciate the platform. I appreciate the opportunity to express myself, but I maintain my disagreement with him, although I think it's more civil now. We shook hands. I welcome him. I think he is America first. I think one day he'll be fully with us. I really like him as a guy. I thought our interview was excellent, but I maintain the disagreement. It's not about Israeli policy. It's about world Jewry. We're going to keep saying that. We're going to keep making that case because we're right. And it's persuasive. And in 2028, it's all for, don't you understand? We're not fighting for control of the hinterlands. We're not fighting for control of some empty plot of land. We are fighting for control of the capital. It's a capital siege, metaphorically. Don't you understand that's how war works? You surround and occupy.
He didn't want to start another January 6th. That's why he said metaphorically.
The capital cities of the country. That's what we need to do. New York, LA, DC, we need to occupy, politically speaking, the capital, the center of power. You have to infiltrate the institutions. To do that, we need to play hardball. And in 2028, this is when we make our entrance onto the stage. Maybe there'll be a Republican primary candidate we can back. Who knows what could happen? No one knows what could happen. No one knows what could possibly happen or who might run in 28. Maybe someone will run. I don't know. But certainly we'll be there in Iowa. And if Vance thinks he's the front runner, if Rubio gets the money, we will be there to tell everybody about it. We will be there to tell. And if you think that's not going to play in Iowa, okay, we'll be in New Hampshire too. And then we'll be in Nevada. And then we'll be in South Carolina. It's a long primary season. And Groypers have been chomping at the fucking bit to get involved. And they're everywhere. They have been chomping at the bit. What can I do? I want to get involved. In 2028, it's going to be a long primary season because we'll be there at every stop.
Damn.
With homemade signs, and people drive out. People will go where they are summoned, and we will get the message out, and we will play hardball.
So this is what I want to say to this. So his plan to infiltrate, DC and have Groypers become politicians, I guess, politically having power. That's the same with MAGA. He's basically following the Trump blueprint because MAGA isn't technically conservative or Republican. However, they have taken over the Republican Party and now it's associated with, conservatism and stuff like that. However, MAGA is completely different. It has totally different values. It's more populist, right? And this is what Nick Fuentes is basically saying that he's going to do with the Groyper group. And, they've been having this civil war, talking about the Republicans. They're having this civil war. You see the Megyn Kellys and the Matt Walsh, and then you have Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes. They're basically going at it because they're all like, oh, you can't platform him and, the things that he's saying against Jews and everything. But mind you, when it was black people, it was okay. Israel, they don't like that. Now it's gone too far. You've seen Ted Cruz even tweeted that Nick Fuentes was a Nazi. And Nick Fuentes has said that he's a Nazi, by the way. So that is true. But you see a lot of this infighting like, oh, no, don't call him a Nazi. He's not racist. He's America's first. And granted, I like the America First platform. I like that. America should be first. We should think about ourselves. Now, is that realistic? No, it's not. And the reason why is because if you know anything about history, America is in everybody's business. And we want to be able to control other countries. So this is why we have so much power and influence in other countries. So again, it's a nice sentiment, but it's not true. Now, as far as giving money to Israel like that, yeah, I have an issue with that as well, too. Giving all this money and then what they're using it for, no, I don't like that. However, we started that. There's no way in hell we're going to stop it. Now, we can limit it. That's more realistic, limiting how much we're giving Israel. But as far as not completely giving money to Israel or any other country, it's not realistic nowadays, right? Also, MAGA did not deliver on their promise with the affordability and healthcare. Like, none of that shit happened. Like, we're still struggling out here. Cost of living is ridiculous. Wages have not gone up. People are looking for jobs. Either they can't get a job or the job that they get wants to pay them about 30% less than what they actually should be making. The damn SNAP benefits. Trump is literally playing politics because the judges already said, hey, you can still give SNAP benefits, but he's trying to wager that and like, oh, well, the Democrats, they won't approve the CR, so we can't do it. They won't open up no, you guys are in power and you guys are in control. But F the government shutdown, because at the end of the day, you can still issue those benefits. You just don't want to because you want to be an asshole. And let's be honest, a lot of red states are affected by these SNAP benefits being held. People are still working their federal jobs, not getting paid. You were supposed to make sure, talking about Trump, was to make sure people had money in their pockets, people were able to have fair wages, cost of living, supposed to bring down the price of the eggs and gas and all that other shit. But none of that has been done. And then Nick Fuentes even brought up the Epstein files. What happened with that? All of a sudden, you started chastising. Ooh, struggling. Now I can't even say the damn word. But basically, Trump told people, like, forget about the Epstein files. You chastised them. There we go. And now the files probably won't even be released. I don't see them being released at all. They honestly don't care about that. And let's be honest about something. I believe if Republicans found out that Trump was on the list or in the files and stuff like that, they would still support him. I don't think they would turn on him. That's why I'm all like, Trump, you might as well release it. Those people will not turn on you if you are in the files. They don't care. They'll make up some kind of excuse to why you were associated with Jeffrey Epstein, even though there's tons of pictures of you guys together, right? Hey, what do I know? Anyway, but that blue wave that happened yesterday, that's a warning. But I think it's too late. The wave is already taking over. It's turning into a tsunami. By 2026, that wave is going to get bigger, and it's going to be blue. Now, again, what's scary about this, Nick Fuentes saying that the Groypers are going to take over, is that, damn, this kind of extremism where the country just becomes more divided is even going to get worse. It's going to get worse. And it's like, at this point, I don't see it getting better. The only thing that I can advise you guys to do is just stay informed, go out and vote, make sure you're registered, especially 3 months before it's time for election, make sure you're registered so that there's no issues, no hiccups. Make sure your IDs is up to date, your address, make sure everything is current. That's the only thing I can tell you. And then try to give you guys information and try to educate you guys. But yeah, Nick Fuentes, he's done with MAGA. Said MAGA is dead. So we'll see what happens from here on out. But again, please let me know what you guys think about the video. Please go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you guys later. Deuces, everybody. We out.